Hi, and welcome to Somatic Wise. Happy winter solstice. Today is December 21st, 2019. It's the first day of winter, a time of regrowth, regeneration, and tomorrow it's going to rain. So I'm glad I went on this walk today. I decided to walk to my local farmers market. And to back up for a moment, last weekend I participated in this really cool project with the Long Beach Office of Sustainability, wherein we're restoring the Willow Springs site with pulling out the invasive plants and a lot of trash picking up and mulch spreading so that the weeds don't grow back. And I met this really inspiring fellow named John Royce, and he runs an Instagram and other things called Clean Your Stoop. And this man is really dedicated to detrashing our local neighborhoods here in Long Beach. This is a really cool trash picker-upper. I'll post the link in the description of the video. It makes it super easy to pick up trash. So as you can see here, that is what I did. And I wanted to pull this all out of the bag so that everybody could see it, but it's, to tell you the truth, it's really just disgusting. It smells bad. I had thought that there wasn't that much trash in my neighborhood, but oh my gosh. Wow. This is awful. It was about 1.5 to 2 miles walk. I brought my little dog with me, and she was so patient as we just stopped every foot sometimes, or every 2 or 3 minutes. It is really bad. There's all sorts of things in here. The most common items were fast food stuff, both from the restaurants and stuff like that. A lot of smoking materials, a lot of paper towels. What else do we have? Just all sorts of random stuff. There's a fish hook. There's a wire coat hanger it was found next to the parking lane along Broadway, like somebody was trying to break into their car if they locked themselves out, or maybe break into somebody else's car. I don't know. Some candy wrappers. This just smells terrible, so there's no way I can unpack it and lay it out for everybody to see. So I'm really glad I went, because it's going to rain tomorrow and all this would have gone right to the ocean. And speaking of which, I'm going to cut here to this picture that I took of my grabbers. This is a storm drain, and this is a Marlboro box, and as you can see, I'm fishing it out of the storm drain where it was going. And yeah, that's how it gets to the ocean. A lot of our trash in Long Beach does come down the two rivers, the San Gabriel River and the Los Angeles River, from higher up, higher north in the county. But unfortunately, we're also producing a lot of trash ourselves. And then we're also going to fade to this picture here, which is some just this big pile of cigarette butts in front of an apartment building. And it was just less than a block away, just slightly uphill in the gutter from that storm drain that I just showed you. So the thing that a lot of people don't stop to think about is when you buy a product, it comes with all this wrapping stuff, and when you buy it, you're kind of responsible for it. Now, I think one of the reasons that most people don't give it a second thought is that they just put it in the trash or what have you, or the recycling. But once you put something in the recycling, you're really dependent on the vendor to take good care of it. And while they may intend to take really good care of it, sometimes things blow off the truck, or the bag bursts, or if you've ever been in a warehouse or a landfill where they're sorting this stuff, things fly out of there all the time. So you can, or if you put it in a city trash can, then sometimes people who are sorting through the trash can accidentally pull stuff out or leave it on the ground, or it'll fly out or what have you. So the deal is to reduce our use of this stuff as much as possible. The other thing about plastics is that they have a high climate impact, because they're using petrochemicals, and in their manufacture and production, there's a lot of contribution to global climate change. So again, using things with as little wrappers as possible is super important here. So this isn't scripted or anything, it's just sort of off the top of my head, but I was having some thoughts as I was walking home. I saw a couple of businesses in particular that were, shall we say, the most impactful just piles of cigarette butts in front of the business, or just little bunches of trash in front of apartment buildings. I'm not really a fan of call-out culture because I believe it increases polarization. If you engage somebody's shame response, then they're just really likely to just push back on you, and it becomes about being defensive instead of about, hey, we all make mistakes, let's work together to ameliorate some of this, right? I mean, there's definitely times when things need to be called out, but I'm not really a fan of posting and saying, oh, this business has all this trash, blah, 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 blah. So I would love any suggestions in the comments below about how we can encourage folks that are particular contributors, shall we say, to changing their ways. That would be great. I'd also like to issue you a winter solstice challenge. Why not do what I did? Just get some grabbers or even some gloves if you've got a strong back. Get an old bag and detrash wherever you're at. I bet there's trash. That's the thing. The human reach is everywhere on this planet. So why not? And then post a picture in the comments below. See what you picked up. Let me pick up this bag so you can see how. This is a big bag and it's pretty heavy. See? There's a lot of trash here from my, let's call it 1.75 mile walk, but why not? It's going to be a new season starting today. It's going to be a new year. It's going to be my birthday soon. Let's call it the trash challenge. So I'd love to invite you to pick some up and post a picture, and we will all say, that is fantastic. Thank you very much. In the meantime, please do try and choose items that don't have all this waste attached. If you smoke or vape or use pots, if you go to a pot shop and use pot stuff, please don't get the ones with those little plastic bottles. I didn't find any this time, but I usually do. They're little plastic prescription bottles, and they are proliferating now that marijuana is legalized in the state. A lot of cigarette filters and tons of butts. If you must use those, please, please, please dispose of them in a way that they're really tied down and secure, and you know that they're not going to get out and into our waterways, because we are losing so much marine life. We've lost over 80% of our marine mammals, and the fish that they depend on, our oceans, are kind of a mess. So if you choose to do the trash challenge, it's really cool because it's a way to begin to fight eco-anxiety, which is the concern and dysphoric feelings around what's happening with our planet, the destruction that we are doing to the environment. This isn't much in the entire scheme of things, like if you look at the Pacific garbage patch, but you know what? It feels good, and it encourages me to do more, and it encouraged the people who saw me to do more. And sometimes you have to begin with little steps. Like, that's the way you get out of freeze, immobility, overwhelm. Oh my God, it's so bad. I can't even begin to deal with these problems. But you know what? We can. And sometimes, to use a metaphor, it's a big boulder that we can pick up, and sometimes it's a pebble. But if we keep picking up those pebbles, we're going to have a big pile pretty soon. And it does all add up. So thank you for watching Somatic Wise. Have a beautiful winter, and stay warm in the rain, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support my work of getting this information out into the world, you could subscribe to receive notification of future videos. You could contribute to my Patreon account to support this channel. And of course, please feel free to share this video with others. Take care. Until next time, be well.